Yo, what's good everyone? It's Zigzag here. Welcome back to another Geoguessr video and welcome to a really exciting one. So because it's been a year since the World Cup, it's kind of up in the air who is actually the best player in the world at the moment in Geoguessr. But in my personal opinion, the best player in the world is the Slovenian player Shimmy. Not only does he have the most games played out of any player in the world, but he also holds the most and the most impressive world records, and often by a good margin. So in my opinion, it is not a stretch at all to call Shimmy the best player in the world. And today I'm going to be 1v1ing him on Geoguessr. The concept is that we play 5 matches and each one the map gets harder. So we're starting off with Rainbow World, which is already a really difficult map, and we're ending with totally normal zoom world, where you can only see a tiny portion of the screen and you have to make your guess entirely based on that. All right, let's bring in Shimmy and see if I can beat the best player in the world. Yo, Shimmy, welcome back to the channel. Let's get into this first duel, shall we?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, first one is on Rainbow World. All 5 of the maps we're playing are tough, but Rainbow World's probably the most achievable out of them. So let's see how we go. Shimmy in his new Napoleon outfit. Very good, very good. I like it. Let's see how we go. Okay, first one here looks like Colombia. I think this palm feels very Colombian. Same with the pole and the red tipped poles as well. 2023 it would appear. I don't really know where this is. It doesn't feel too far north because it doesn't feel too tropical. So probably in some valley, but I'm not really sure which one. So kind of tough to pick here, I feel. I might just go for a big center hedge here just because I'm not really sure. So I feel like this is a fine enough guess. And wow, that was east of the Andes. Did not pick up on those vibes. And it's 217 points. I guess I kind of get away with one there. I mean, his guess is objectively a lot better than mine, but yeah, not too bad. Okay, next one here. Looks like it's going to be in Nigeria with the huge blur and the oil palms here. Not too sure where. I'm probably just going to click like this. Should be a fine enough guess. And there we go. Ends up being west. So we gain back all the points that we lost on the first round here. Things are pretty even going into round number 3. So round number 4, the multipliers start. So that's where things really start to get intense. But round number 3 here looks like Russia. It's kind of spring coverage here. I'm not too sure how far east or west I want to go here, but definitely feels somewhat northern. So main thought's probably just not too far from Moscow, maybe like Ivanovo here. I feel like Ivanovo is a good guess. It could be significantly further east, but we'll see. And wow, it was actually in Bryansk there. Shimmy is in Tula, 771 points there. We're up to multipliers now. This is where it really begins. Let's see if we can play well during the multis. This is also going to be somewhere in Colombia. This time I thought maybe a bit further north. I was kind of getting that vibe, so might try that. I think just like a guess like this is pretty reasonable. Hopefully it's not east of Andes again. I confused it last time, so it's possible that it actually is there. We'll see. And this time it is actually northern, so we're a fair bit closer there. That's good. Oh, it's a bit of damage back on, just 181 though, so not too bad from the Shimmeister. 1.6 now. And what do we have? We're in Canada here. I would say this is British Columbia. I think it's the kind of coverage you get maybe around like Williams Lake. I'll go for that. Pretty sure that this is what Williams Lake coverage looks like. We both click it. Ends up being towards these lakes here. Shimmy with the smiling face. I'll send one back. Why not? I'm a nice guy. I'm a cool guy. 1.9 times damage. Let's see what we got. Looks like it's going to be Sabah with this pole top. And where does Sabah get dry? I feel like sometimes near Beaufort it's a bit dry. We have mountains east here, so it certainly could be that area. It kind of feels like we're in the mountains though, so I'm really not too sure. It's probably safer to just click this side. Maybe it gets a bit dry here or something. Could see that being the case. I'm gonna go for that. Let's see. Ends up being just up near Kota Belud, and Shimmy's gonna do 300 points of damage, but it's been relatively low damage so far. I mean, I could definitely say Shimmy has been closer the majority of rounds, but nothing too crazy. White Geoguessr here, 2023 copyright. Why am I not thinking of this? We got a ridge southwest. The poles are weird. I mean, it looks like Germany, but Germany does not have white car as far as I remember. So maybe this is Luxembourg? Oh, and we have a big yellow like road sign there. What does that mean? Luxembourg does not have a ridge like that, I think. So is this like Slovenia or something? Wait, white car. I'll leave it. It was Germany. Wow. He's in Germany, of course. Yeah. Yeah, it didn't look like Luxembourg at all. I just did not realize. I think it must have actually been a blue car where the light was shining on it or something. I just didn't think Germany had any white car at all, but there you go. 2.5 times damage. We are in Russia. We're looking north. I mean, it should be Russia, really. It's not this iconic road here. If we're going northeast, could we be just downtown Kuzil here? We would see mountains. Okay, what about this road that leads down here? Is it just southern Russia? Oh, is it Orenburg? Wait. I think it's actually Orenburg here. Yeah, that makes sense. It's dry, but it's hilly, but not flat. Yeah. I think Orenburg area here somewhere. And oh no, Abakan. Okay, that should just be GG. Ah, dude, I messed myself up. I mean, he's on the kind of annoying. Like, I feel like his guess doesn't really make sense, but at the end of the day, it is in the right region. So there we go. Kind of annoying way to lose, but it's a 1-up lead for Shimmy. GG, GG.
Jeez, that's pretty close.
It was a good game. All right, AI generated world. Let's get into that. Good luck.
Good luck.
Okay, AI generated world now. It's my favorite map, but Shimmy is the world record holder on it, so I mean, it doesn't really hold too much sway here. Let's see what goes down on round number 1 here. Hopefully something interesting. This looks like it's going to be somewhere in Norway. Initial vibe is probably also a little bit further north here, I think, because these trees are very thin and we are at sea level, so they're not, you know, like sometimes you get thin trees, but it's because you're up in the mountains. But I think that's more the case that we are just a little bit further north here. So Ulster, that actually could kind of look pretty good here if we were like right here. It's not out of the question, though I would be quite surprised if it's actually correct because it seems like we have buildings at this one, but I like the general region, so let's just go in for it like that. And it was quite a bit further north there. He goes south. That's a good one. That on high multis, that would have been a huge amount of damage, but it's 1,000 points round 1. Not going to complain about it. Round number 2 here. Let's see what we got going on. This is Russia again. I mean, the Russia's been showing up too much for my liking. Not my strongest country on NMPZ. Nonetheless, I feel like this is a fairly straightforward kind of click Penza and call it a day, click Saransk and call it a day or something like that. So I think that's what I'll do here. Saransk seems like a pretty reasonable guess to me here. So we'll see what Shimmy thinks. And okay, he goes for Ryazan, and it ends up being Vologda, which I know is often, you know, a bit sunnier, a bit warmer looking, but that was very far north for what I was getting off the round. Round number 3 here. Minimal damage onto us so far. This is Brazil or Argentina. The kind of squiggly wooden poles probably looking more Brazilian to me, but it really does look like Argentina. So I don't want to click too far away from Argentina if we go Brazil here. So maybe like Santa Maria, just hedging it for all of Rio Grande do Sul, maybe even a bit further east. I feel like I want to click it a little bit further east here. So I feel like this is kind of, I don't know. It's tough to say. I think I'll just hedge it here. And okay, it was a bit further southeast there. Another good guess. It's, you know, 400 points of difference there. So not too bad, not too bad. Good start to this duel. I did think about going coastal, but as you can see, me and Shimmy, neither of us wanted to commit. Next one here, 2022 copyright. We have a big rock wall here, but the rest of the landscape is surprisingly flat. So I'm actually thinking this might be in Finland with just a random rock wall, or maybe even Sweden instead of Norway, where you'd normally see these. I feel like the forest also feels quite Finnish, so I think that's my vibe here. Like, I can't see anything to confirm. I don't think we have any flags or anything, and everything else is a bit too far away to make out. But yeah, I think like a southern, maybe even like kind of an eastern Finland here is my main idea. And okay, it was a little bit further west there in Tampere, but you know, it's good that I got the country. 228 damage here, 1.6 times damage now. And what will we look at? It's going to be a New Zealand now. I would say it's North Island. Definitely getting North Island vibes off these trees. That being said, could still be South Island. The cabbage trees can be found anywhere. Yeah, beyond that, it's very difficult to say. I mean, we basically have minimal information here, so I'm thinking just middle of North Island. Hedge here and hope it's not south. And it was south. Gosh damn it, bro. No matter how much I work on New Zealand, nothing ever improves. But that being said, I know it's one of Shimmy's weakest countries because we've played together and he complains about it as well. So, you know, next one here. Ooh, UK or Ireland, I assume. We got rock walls here. It's very dark soil. That is quite strange for both countries, I feel. Is it ever Isle of Man? I feel like this could be Isle of Man. It could be also a Scottish island. I mean, surely this is not New Zealand. Yeah. I think the polls are all kind of wrong for that. But I don't mind an Isle of Man hedge here. I feel like that's a pretty reasonable guess here. So let's see what it actually is. And oh my gosh, that's why oh my, can I stop throwing, bro? Yeah, that was volcanic. That was volcanic. That was oh my gosh. That's so cringe. Why I guessed that. Oh, bro, I'm kicking myself. That was not a good guess.
I showed the wrong island. That's kind of embarrassing.
I went Isle of Man, so, you know, I think you're fine.
I think it's a reasonable guess. Like, Gentosaurus shit can look like Ireland or UK, to be honest.
I guess so. Anyway, putting that behind me, let's go on to Varied World now. I can still beat you. Gonna be a tough ask, though. Good luck.
Good luck.
Varied world now, Shimmy. Consistency is key for being the best player in the world. I think Shimmy is a highly consistent player. Hard to catch him out with a mistake. This one, I thought was Argentina, or as my friends and family call it, Ugbatuba. It's a round pole. The trees, like the poplar trees, kind of fit. Placing it inside the country is kind of difficult for me here, so I'm kind of considering whether I could be wrong about that, whether it could be Uruguay or some other country. I'm thinking not. I mean, the sun is to the north, so southern hemisphere makes sense here. How far north or south do I want to go here? I really don't know. I'll go General Pico here. No, it's a bit further north, I think. I don't know. I'll go Cordoba here. And wow, he's in Chile. Should have gone further south with that many poplar trees, but I just wasn't quite sure if it would actually be that far south. It was. He's in Chile. so fair enough. Next one here. This is Brazil, I would assume. 2024 copyrights, new coverage. We've got quite a lot of coconut palms here. We've also got some random rocks in the ground. It probably feels most like Minas Gerais, but it could be anything up the east coast to my mind. So I'm going to take my time to work this out. The fence doesn't feel too northern. I'm kind of between Minas Gerais, Bahia, and maybe Espírito Santo here. So probably just going to hedge like this. And yeah, I think I'm comfortable with that. So I'll send it in here. Let's see what Shimmy's thinking about it. Pretty sure it's Brazil though. It could be elsewhere, but definitely liked Brazil. And okay, yeah, was right between the two states that I was mentioning. Shimmy is also hedging for the two states, and we are slightly closer there. So good guesses, good guesses. Round number 3 here. This is Russia, which has been not so good for me today. And I'm not too sure where this is, by the way. It could be all the way out near Baikal, like Ulan-Ude area. That could make quite some sense. Maybe be on like some lakes like this or something. He's crying. Maybe I just guessed then. Could be out west. I just don't see where it would be out west. So surely, I mean, surely these poles are Russian. So I feel like it is out here. It's just like a really weird one that's surprisingly flat. Let's see about that. Oh, wow. It was Tomsk on a river, and we guessed the same place. So minimal pain there at least, but that was a crazy Tomsk. Did not look like Tomsk to me, but I guess on 910 it makes sense. 1.3, we are in probably North Macedonia or Serbia here. Well, North Macedonia with this guardrail, I guess. And I'm just trying to think if anything else is possible. I don't think so. I'll go middle here, and it is indeed nearby the middle. We are ever so slightly further away here. Oh, closer. There we go. Nice. Yay. Still flawlessing Shimmy after 4 rounds, but we'll see if we can continue that. This is Dominican Republic. We've got a gray painted pole, which is meant to be out of the 2 cities covered more common in De los Caballeros. So I'll go for that. Why not? Let's send him in. I mean, it looked more like Santo Domingo to me initially, but I trust the pole paint on this occasion. See if it works out. And it does. A very reasonable guess in my opinion. It did actually look more like down there. 500 points. Not bad to pick up against the GOAT, one could say. 1.9 times damage now. We are in Brazil, I would say. We have no area code. Is this even Brazil? Is this 99? This is, oh, he's guessed. This is Mexico. Yeah. We have like a castle here. It's definitely East Mexico. I'll hedge it here. It's somewhere out here in the Yucatan Peninsula. He goes Merida and ends up being halfway between us. That's fine. 144. No more flawless, sadly, but it's been a nice and close duel. I really want to win this one. I have to get at least some here, guys. 2.2. The M sign, I think it's a Swedish one, as far as I remember. I don't remember what it means. I don't know what it is, but yeah. There's a lot of rocks here. I feel like that does make enough sense. It's got to be fairly far north, surely. Maybe along one of these like inlets of water, but beyond that, not too sure. I mean, it could still be Norway for sure, but I thought this is a Swedish sign, so we'll see if I'm right about that. It was, and yeah, we're both fairly close there, so good guesses, good guesses. 88 damage. He's on the right inlet, or no, the next one over. We're both kind of on the next one over, so yeah, 2.5 times damage now, and it looks like it would be Uganda or Kenya to me here. I thought more Uganda. Yeah, I can't really discount Kenya. I'll go for Uganda here to put the pressure on, but yeah, maybe this is just Kenya. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Gen 3 is like quite rare in Kenya, so man, I could have got a lot of points there because that's where I would have gone, but yeah, tough one. Ooh, this is a really interesting looking Japan. I believe it's on an island somewhere. I don't know which. I mean, obviously it's Japan, it's on an island, but you know what I mean. I think it's on like a tiny island somewhere. The foliage is really interesting. It gives me more of a southern vibe, but sometimes you get that on islands when it is actually a bit further north than you'd think, but just like the coastal climate gives it more of a mild feeling. I'll try this island just for fun, but I don't know where it's actually going to be. And oh my gosh, not a bad guess there. Shimmy's ocean hedging, and that's 1.4k. The first time we've done over 1,000 points, or significantly more than 1,000 points to Shimmy so far. 3.1 now. It's looking like northern Finland. I feel like this is the exact type of round Shimmy thrives on. I'm just going to go for it here. It's just somewhere up here. Oh, nice. And he even goes a bit too far north there. So this one's going well for us here on Varied World. 828 points. He's below half. We've definitely outplayed him this time, but you have to finish it out. You have to finish it out. Against the world's best player, it's not always easy. This is Singapore. These are Singaporean apartment buildings. Pretty straightforward round. He will know, but no point in not going quickly here. And of course he does. I mean, you're not catching Shimmy out. He has almost 50,000 games played, guys. You're not going to catch Shimmy out on a Singapore. Sadly, just won't happen. 3.7 times now. And we're in probably Thailand. We have a lot of rubber trees going on here. I thought it's maybe up towards Bangkok here, or maybe even further north, but I feel like this is quite a good hedge. It could be North Thailand, it could be East Thailand, it could be South Thailand, it could be basically anywhere, because we're in a plantation. It's very hard to tell, but I do like this kind of idea here, I think. So maybe even guessing inside of Cambodia for the fun, if we're going to go here anyway. He guessed the exact same as me, and it ends up being north. We lose 137 points for having a joke. How sad. Quadruple damage now. And we are in South Africa. This is almost certainly in the Durban area, to my mind. I might just slam it here. It's definitely somewhere near Durban. It could be a bit further north or a bit further south, but yeah, exactly. Ends up being a bit further south, and he goes north, so we pick up 300 points. Not too bad there. And it's 4.3. This is a very long duel indeed, especially for NPZ standards. And we are in Ontario. Now the black car, I believe it goes along here and then, or along here and then along here. We're going east, northeast. I think it might be this road here. It's very straight for quite a while at this angle. That could be a good clue in itself. I'm pretty sure the black car goes up along this one. Ooh, northeast, east. It's quite a bit northeast here. Ah, shit, he 5K'd. We definitely survived that at 4.3. Just 1.4K. Not too bad. I'm just glad I can remember the road. We did move off a better answer, but you know, we're still in the lead, so that's okay. Yeah, I think this is Malaysia. I think that's a Malaysian car. I'm gonna put the pressure on here. I think I recognize this. Just go like around here. It's not an easy round, and 2021, I think he'll get it because of that. And no, he doesn't. He goes Thailand. So yeah, we take the dub there. Yeah, definitely a tough round, and glad to have gotten a win against who I consider to be the world's best player. So let's go bask in our glory while we have it, because we probably won't be able to pull the reverse sweep here, but let's go chat. GG, Shimmy.
Jeez, that was a funny one.
That was a fun one.
Mistakes.
Yeah, we had all the same mistakes basically throughout. Yeah, I mean, the Russia was crazy. The Tomsk, what was going on there?
Yeah, this map is pretty baity.
All right, now speaking of baity, we move on to one of the master bait maps. I think let's go keep it on the same HP and make it a real test here. See who goes wrong continent first, and then of course we get a fun one for the 5th game. But let's get into Rural World now. Shimmy, good luck.
Good luck.
Okay, Rural World, guys. So this one is made by Topotic. He was the EMEA champion, of course, as you recall. Topotic is a pro player, so he knows what's difficult, and he has made probably one of the most difficult conventional maps in Rural World, and it's very fun as well. The first one here is Senegal. This one shouldn't be too difficult, I would say. Just kind of feels like near Dakar to me. I forget where the antenna shows up, but I just hope it's not east. I don't think it's east, but I wouldn't really have a way of knowing because I suck at this country, so I'll just go here. Okay, it ends up being near Dakar indeed. Not a bad start. That's absolutely fine. Next round here, already into the tough stuff. We need the copyright here, so let's get immediately into looking. Ooh, copyright is gonna be hard to come across here, so that is okay. We're gonna have to go purely off the vegetation. The road's slightly red here. This is interesting. It could be like Belgium, could be like Netherlands, could be Czechia, could be Poland, could even be Germany. I am kind of stumped here. I mean, Germany hedge is always valid, but I thought it was more Western Europe. I think I'll actually go Belgium here. Not too sure about that. We'll find out soon enough. And okay, it was France. Yeah, Dijon Red Road. It was actually just a red road indeed. 500 points. That's really not a bad result considering how unsure I was. And I didn't even mention France as an option, so not too bad of a result there. The next one here, Australia. I think this is actually Tasmania. Would that be crazy? Wait, no, not at all. It's much further north. 2020 copyright. Okay, this is fascinating. It's probably outside of Sydney or outside of Brisbane, and I think I prefer outskirts of Sydney here, like far western Sydney in the bushlands here, so I'll go for that. Yeah, and it was. It looked more like Brisbane, but 2020 copyright, I feel like that does sometimes happen here, and then I just, you know, I've also been in that area quite a lot IRL, so yeah. Next round here. This is, ooh, wait, corn, poles like that. Okay, it's actually Argentina, I think. Yeah, Cordoba, maybe? I think I'm just gonna go here because it's a fairly difficult round. I want to put the pressure on. I feel like this is a good guess for the things it can be, or just Buenos Aires. Okay, nice guess by Shimmy. To be honest, not a bad result. There were 1,000 points. Definitely a tough round. We're still in the lead because of that Australia. I really want to tie this up, guys. Next one. It's Indonesia because of the pole. Getting the island here is going to be another matter though. Instinct is just to click Java here, like Central Java. I think that's where Shimmy will go, but like it could still be Sumatra, it could still be Sulawesi, and it could still be East Nusa. So I think I'm going to go Surakarta here. And okay, we both guessed the same. It's Banten. That makes perfect sense. Banten has a lot of concrete roads. That was not bitumen, but instead concrete. So Shimmy moves into the lead. And we move on to 1.9 times damage now. And we have, oh no, this is the type of round that Shimmy might benefit from, I think, 2024. Is this Denmark? Oh, look at those houses. They kind of feel Danish, actually. Okay, I could definitely see an argument for Denmark here. I still don't love it, but the houses really fit. The other option would be Austria to me. Road doesn't really feel like either country. It's a real tricky one. I opt for Denmark over Austria, and it's Poland. Poland, I had come to mind. It was 2024 copyright, so I wasn't really thinking it. We're down to 1000 HP. The road was very crappy for Danish standards, so I was not surprised that that was the outcome. This antenna, surely Czechia? I think it looks enough like Czechia. Shimmy just knows his antennas better than I do. This guy is like, seems to always know the antenna whenever I ask a question about stuff like that to him. So I think we hedge in the middle and hope basically here. It would be my tactic. Could it be elsewhere? Could this be another country that I haven't thought of? I think white car long antenna with the tape is normally Czechia. I guess we're about to find out, because if it's not, then we're in trouble. And it is Poland. I was going to say it looked, I really was just about to say it looks like Poland, but I was never going to change my guess, because at the end of the day, it's something I've probably only seen in Czechia, I think. So 2.5 times damage now. This is Brazil, 2020 copyright with a big blur. This is like Pará, Amapá. It could be Amapá, or it could be Pará, actually. Like Marabá area. I kind of like that. Like that pole definitely shows up here and there then, and then also the blur covering the screen, quite common in Pará and Amapá. Maybe Amapá's better here. It depends how risky I want to be here, because Amapá's a complete commit, but we're quite far behind, and I think it does look quite a lot like Amapá to begin with. I don't know if you get that pulled up. I'm switching. I'm going up here. And okay, in Marabá, we would have probably died anyway, I think. So there we go. GG's to Shimmy. Really nice guess. I mean, it was like the type of guess that would have been hard to survive on, even if I made a good adjustment. So there we go. He wins the series, but we still have a last chance on the hardest map. Let's go chat to Shimmy. GG Shimmy. Good guesses there. Really nice.
Jeez, thank you.
A bit bummed that I missed the Poland, but I was between Austria and Denmark anyway, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it looked like Poland, but it was 24, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's also the reason I didn't go, but yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, 10,000 HP on a totally normal Zoom world. I don't think we need multis here either. We can get rid of multis. This is a nice grand finale.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see how it plays out. Good luck.
Okay, good luck.
Okay, so if you're not familiar with the concept here, it is completely zoomed in on a random part of the screen, and for that reason, all hell breaks loose. You're gonna go wrong continent half the time. Let's see how the world's best player adapts in these circumstances. First round here. Metal fences, I mean, and the vibe reminded me of South Africa, so I think I'm just gonna slam it here. Like this area here, maybe? It's a difficult round, and it might not be right, but yeah, wow, we get both really close there. That's good guesses. But yeah, I mean, the metal fence posts and kind of the dry grass definitely both reminded me of South Africa. Okay, next one here. Oh, what copyright is that? 2022 maybe? Vegetation feels Asian to me, but it could be Latin American. It's definitely tropical of some kind, I would say. Beyond that, do we go like Taiwan here? Do we go Philippines? Indonesia, I think, is pretty valid option here. Oh my gosh. You know what, guys? I really don't mind any of those ideas, but I think I will hedge it. Indonesia. I don't know. No, Japan. I mean, Taiwan wouldn't have been much damage anyway. He's in Thailand. Not a bad guess for sure. Yeah, makes sense. But we could not really see anything, so. Okay, next round here. Ooh. Thailand, I think, came to mind. It could actually be Oz. Wait, there's a lot of eucalyptus. Yeah, no, I think it's Oz. I'm seeing the tree mixture. I'm gonna go Queensland here. It might not be, but I feel like it is actually our best option. Sun is probably too hard to get the direction of here. Yeah, I can't really see it, but I think it is Oz. He might also think that because I guess so quickly. We'll see though. And, oh yeah, wow, Victoria. And he goes New South Wales. Fair enough. I mean, that's kind of a skill issue on my part. I should have been able to tell what kind of what we were dealing with, but okay. Next round, Turkey. We've both been practicing a lot of Turkey recently. But yeah, these kind of apartment buildings, I would assume, if not Romania or Bulgaria. Turkey. I think this is a bit further west. I think it's kind of central maybe. Not really too sure here. I'd probably just click like this, honestly. Okay, ends up being south of Konya there. Here goes Ankara. Minimal damage, 300 points. The more points I bleed, it just really gets hard to win this duel. But okay, next round here. Are we back in Oz? Seems like a lot of eucalyptus once again here. This time I'm gonna take a little bit longer because it's less obvious. 2023, I think. It could actually be Tasmania. I definitely think I'm leaning Australia here. I'm trying to think of what else is actually even possible. Not too much else is coming to mind. This time I do think it's Vic, if it is Oz. It could actually be a whole bunch of other countries as well, though, which is the concern. Would it ever be Thailand? Thailand has a lot of eucalyptus. Would it ever be Chile? I don't know. We'll find out. And it was actually Taz. Yeah, I called it might be. He goes New Zealand. Fair enough. That's good damage. We are back to neck and neck here. In fact, we are ahead. Excellent. This one has nothing on the round, so we're gonna guess Eiffel Tower here. Tour Eiffel, and yeah, it was Oz again. No way. Next to Penang there, on a tiny road called the Cohen Boundary Road. Excellent. Shame, he said your house, yeah. Shame that we couldn't play that round out, but you know, such is life. Next round here, ooh, it's India. Now, India's a country I've been practicing. We've got a North Ridge here. Could this be like Telangana came to mind, maybe? We have no palm trees that I can see. I don't mind the Telangana idea. Like, what mountain ridge could we be looking at? Like this Maharashtra border, Telangana? I don't know. I feel like I just kind of hedge central everything here. I'm fairly certain it's India, but just not sure where. And okay, fair bit further north there. Yeah, I guess it was very dry, but same time, I don't know. I wasn't really thinking north. Next one here. Ooh, this is interesting. I think this is Bolivia. I think I'll go Santa Cruz here. If we got Paraguay palms, it's either Bolivia or Brazil. But I feel like just with the termite hills and the fence and everything, it does feel rather like the Santa Cruz area, especially because it's Gen 3 as well. So let's see if I'm right about that. And okay, he gets it as well. I was kind of hoping the fact that he took so long to guess might mean that he didn't figure it out, but he's the best player in the world, so at the end of the day, it's hard to think he wouldn't get it. Next one. Ooh, Europe is a real struggle for me. I need some Europe lessons from Trichter, I think. This though, Czechia, France, there's any number of options here. I think Czechia and France are my favorite with the rolling landscape though. Could hedge at Germany. I will hedge at Germany actually. And okay, it ends up being in Denmark. He also goes Germany, but again, just slightly closer. It's been the theme of the last round. Like, I've done my damage all in one hit. I think he's been closer just about every single other round, so it's a bit rough. Okay, next round here, Poland. We've got the bollards. These should never really show up in another country. You can occasionally get them in Romania. That would be very occasional though. Vegetation kind of felt a bit warmer climate, but maybe actually a bit more coastal. So I'm gonna try something here. It was a bit further north. He goes all the way on the south border there. We had completely different ideas. 300 damage, not too bad. Not gonna complain about that. Okay, this one's gonna be a long duel, but we're still waiting for that moment where someone gets the continent and the other guy doesn't. This one looks like we have a Finnish bollard or something. We have rumble strips on the side of the road, so maybe this is Estonia? We have a round bollard. We have weird guardrails and rumble strips. I feel like the Baltics do rumble strips more than basically anywhere else in Europe, but I do not know where this guardrail would be found. I mean, objectively speaking, the trees do not look that good for Baltic, especially for where I wanted to click. So what do I do with this bollard though? Southern tip of Sweden? I don't know, like Baltic Sea hedge? I just don't know where this is. Okay, wow. We both Baltic Sea hedged. That's hilarious. And it was Sweden indeed. The trees just did not feel right for Estonia, but I mean, Sweden has a bunch of bollards and that type is kind of rare. So next round, my goodness, what are we looking at? Okay, we could be in trouble. It feels like Asia to me. Maybe like Nusa Islands in Indonesia. It could be Africa. This is definitely a trouble round. I choose Nusa Islands in Indonesia. It's not a really high yield play because they're also spread out, but okay, Brazil. He's a lot closer. He goes Colo and yeah, 500 points. Yeah, we're back down behind again. It's unfortunate. Brazil didn't really cross my mind. This is definitely Brazil though. This is just like Espírito Santo Northern with this kind of mountain. And yeah, we're slightly a bit closer there. Ever so slightly though. Ooh, this is a bit more fun. I'm pretty certain this is Latin America. Options are like Guatemala, Colombia, maybe Mexico. I'm really between Guatemala and Colombia for some reason here. Of the two, it's even. And we have no copyright. Maybe just because it's Gen 3, I would try Guat. No, I'm leaving it in Colo. Oh no. That's a little depressing, guys. That is a little depressing. I cannot lie. What do we got here though? 2014 copyright is interesting. Is this Greece or Croatia? Or ocean seems to be kind of westish here, southwestish. So that would definitely fit for that part of the world. Shimmy's part of the world, mind you. Might just go Zadar here. I'm hoping this is at least a decent guess. And okay, he's over in Greece and that was Corsica. So yes, all of a sudden we are in the lead. Yes. Okay. Oh man, if with the Guatemala, we could have been so good. We could have been so well off. Next one here. It almost feels like USA. Is this US? Wait. I think I'm gonna slam it. Arkansas? Let's go. It's a ballsy move. It's a difficult round. I think he will get US if it is. Well, let's find out. Oh my gosh. I was very confident there. He's in Belgium. And that's 3,900 damage all of a sudden. It's not looking so good for us. Yeah, the fence just like, well, I don't know. I was overconfident, I guess. Next one here. I always feel Asia on these, but it's not always the best play. I almost felt like it's like Northern Mariana Islands or Guam or something, but I feel like I can be more sensible and go Philippines here. Extremely long grass, like maybe, maybe like Taiwan, Japan, seem pretty reasonable. I do quite like a Negros Philippines here. Let's try that. Oh my gosh. And yeah, you just default guess Europe and it was Italy. Yeah. I mean, I just got shafted at the end there. So there we go. 4-1, which is the same scoreline, I believe, as last time we played against each other. Oh my gosh. The first duel, I'm annoyed about that. The rest of them, clean outplayed. So there you go. Definitely on that last one, outplayed. Let's go say goodbye and wrap up with Shimmy here. GG's, Shimmy. Well played.
GG's. I switched from Taiwan to Europe last second.
Yeah, I was thinking like Japan or Taiwan as well.
Yeah.
But at the end, in hindsight, Europe makes a lot of sense. So, yeah. Well, another 4-1 victory for you. I think that was the same scoreline as last time, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So well played. Hopefully, you know, with a bit more practice, I'll come back and have a better performance at some point. But yeah, great to have you on. Thank you for joining me. And
Thanks for having me.
guys, thank you very much for watching the video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know if you want Shimmy to come back on soon. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.